Do you find it hard to brush away what other people say of you, or even worse, what you think they might be saying of you? If you feel like the opinions of others are dictating the way you act, whether it is because the fear of being judged or the need to meet the expectation placed on you, and you would like to change that, then you've reached the right corner of the internet. Hi, I'm Paula, the girl that sits here every Tuesday to just talk about things that happen to all of us but that we don't talk about enough. And today I wanted to talk about how the fear of other people's opinions affect the way we act and why that is holding us back from truly living a life that we actually enjoy. And I've been wanting to do this video for a couple of weeks now after someone asked on my Insta stories what they could do to stop worrying about what other people thought of them. And I've really been thinking that it's such an important topic that it deserves a longer format video. You only have one life. Is it really worth it to spend it trying to please other people? Like, does it really sound like a fair trade, your whole life experience for someone else's passing thought? And yes, it's just a passing thought. No one overthinks about you in the way you overthink yourself. And if you don't believe me, just think about you. Do you actually actively take time out of your day to just overthink what other people did? No. Or I don't think so. Probably not. Because you, just like everyone else, are always thinking about your own life. You don't really have time to think about other people. And if you do, it will just be a passing thought. It's not like you actually care that much. You are not the main character in other people's lives in the same way they are not the main character in yours. So no one is actually overthinking you in the way you think they are, because everyone is just focused on their own lives. There are almost 8 billion people in the world. You really think you are the only person who has done something embarrassing or that likes something some other people think it's cringe? No, you're not the only person who has gotten an ugly haircut or that has fallen down in public. I can assure you that not only you are not the only person, but there's likely someone else that has done something way much more embarrassing than that particular thing you are overthinking. If your worry is that other people may think you are embarrassing, then you are really not doing yourself a favor trying to pretend to be someone you're not, because the truth is that the only way you can actually meet people who like you for who you are is by being yourself. Trust me, you are not like the only person that has a personality similar to yours. And if you really want to create deeper connections and meet real friends along the way, you have to be yourself, because otherwise you're just gonna keep meeting people that don't really resonate with what you actually like, simply because you're just pretending to like things you don't. Remember that your life is yours to live. Why would you give someone else the power to decide how you are going to live it? What even makes that person or that group of people so important? Nothing. They are just people. They are just like you. And to be honest, they actually do not give a fuck about how you live your life. So why would you spend all of it trying to please them? Once again, everybody is too busy overthinking themselves. And now you might say, okay, all of that sounds really beautiful, but how do I actually do it? How do I actually stop caring about what other people think? Sadly, there is no manual any of us can follow in order to know how to stop caring about what other people think, but I can tell you this. The most effective way in which you can stop is by just going for it or exposing yourself to it. And by this, I mean that you have to start being yourself or doing whatever you think it's embarrassing, and realize that nothing is gonna happen, you know? The world's not going to stop. Nothing is actually going to change if you start being yourself or doing things that you are embarrassed of doing, because you might be the main character in your own life, but you are not the main character in other people's lives, and your actions, doesn't matter how embarrassing they might look, will not really affect them. If someone actually cares in a bad way, it really is just going to be for a moment. Like maybe whatever you did or said simply caught their attention, they thought something, and then they just got distracted with something else and kept on focusing on their own lives. Trust me, they don't care. They really don't care. You probably already noticed in my other videos or during this video that I love using the main character metaphor, and that's because I just feel like it explains this so well, because you are the main character of your life only. Are you really going to let the side characters, aka the other people, dictate how you're going to live your life? No, that's not what a main character does. If you're the main character of your life, then make whatever you want to do. It's your life. You know, other people are not living their lives based on what you want them to do. They're just living their lives. You deserve to live yours as well. The truth is that doesn't matter how much you want it, you are just going to be the main character in your life. So make a good story out of it. Now, if the reason why you're afraid of being yourself is because you're constantly trying to meet the expectations other people have placed on you, there are two things that you need to know. The first one is that it is impossible to make everyone happy, simply because everyone have different preferences, opinions, personalities, etc. And not only that, but everyone is constantly changing. It is really impossible to try and please everyone all the time, forever. And the second thing you need to know is that it is not your fault that other people have placed expectations on you. And I know that that is really hard to say, and it's even harder to just accept it and take actions against it. But you need to understand that if you only have one life, then really what matters the most is that you actually do with it something that you enjoy. It really is not worth it to waste your life doing something just because other people expect you to, especially when, once again, it was not your fault that they placed those expectations on you. So make sure that the person you are making happy is yourself. At the end of the day, everyone else can walk away from your life, or they really are just focused on living their own. So don't live your life based on what someone else wants. You know, they already have their life to do what they want. You are allowed to do whatever you want to do with yours. Now, there's another really important thing that you need to know when trying to stop caring about what other people think, and that is that you need to start building self-esteem, because being the main character of your life means that you may also blame yourself for all the things you do or you think you're doing bad. So remember that not everything you believe is true, and that so many times your mind is lying to you. The fact that you are the main character doesn't mean you have to be the main villain as well. You have to start appreciating you for who you are and giving yourself the permission to express it. The more you validate and appreciate yourself, or at least the more you understand that you deserve to be appreciated and that you are valid, the less you are going to stop caring about what other people think of you. And remember that you are the only person that has been with you 24/7. You are the only person that know all of your accomplishments, all of your mistakes, all of those little things that you're proud of but never really told anyone, and etc. You're the only person that truly knows you, the only person that knows the whole context of who you are, why you are that way, and why do you like the things you love, etc. So, do you really think that the opinion of other people is more valid than yours? I know that no one can actually stop caring about what other people think, in the sense of immediately having an emotional reaction about it. Like if someone says something bad about you, you probably might feel bad, or if someone makes you a compliment, then you might feel really good, and that's normal. It's just part of the human experience. But the point here is to really get to a point in which, even if you still care or emotionally react at what other people think of you, you know that that doesn't have to affect your behavior and define who you are, what you like, which people you hang out with, or how you experience your life. And if the fear of losing people is what keeps making you a people pleaser, remember that you deserve to have in your life people that are on it because they truly appreciate who you are and they genuinely enjoy spending time with you. So let the world see your authenticity and stop letting the fear of looking dumb hold you back. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for being here. Remember that you are not alone. I send you a massive hug. See you next week.